All right, I just have to make a video. I was just playing some games and, I had two games happen that are totally video record worthy, I think. Anyway, still playing with this, no change from the last video. Hopefully not, since it was just a few minutes ago and I was talking about how satisfied I was with the deck list. But here, let's take a look at these games. Today, it was these last two, I believe, against Andy Light Kai and Purold. I guess it's Purold. Man, some of the names I just can't work my way through them. All right, anyway, Andy Light Kai, though I can. I have to mulligan against Andy, and he's playing Thrasios Vile Smasher, so this is not a deck to go easy on. And the top card is Dovin. So here we go. We're going to dive into Dovin with this particular game here. And I get to lead off this way. First turn, tax, Crucible Workshop. Turn 2, play a Talisman. Thank goodness that Talisman is not is in the deck. And make a Thopter and pass. What an amazing turn 2. I have every single card I've drawn in play right now. 100%. Opponent goes turn 2 Secura, and I top deck Mox Opal, which means I get to play my commander, and still I'm not. I can tax next turn. If it had been a land, of course, Secura probably would have let me do it, but that's just hilarious, right? All right, second Thopter up. I'm going to swing in for a point of damage. Opponent fetches. I pass. Opponent has a Zusa and into Gaia's Cradle and a Diligent Farmhand. So I get to tax here. Just one shot, 3 cards in my hand. Still really nice. I'm going to activate Dovin's ability to grow, and just like that, I can threaten to ultimate next turn. Boom, boom, boom. Or very close to it. Sorry, I was off by 1. I'm sorry, I'm off by 1. I was thinking if I attacked with Breya, but then I double-checked the card. It's not when you attack, it's when you connect. So I'm actually 1 short. So I don't swing in with Breya. I apologize. And but still, it's looking really good, right? All right, so my opponent gets out Nissa, flips Nissa, pluses Nissa into Lord Windgrace. I could have responded by killing that, but I wanted to Factor Fiction, actually. And having revealed a Planeswalker that my opponent can then cast, scoops. How insane is that? Like, look how incredibly fast my opponent's draw is. This is turn 3, and my opponent has 1, 2, it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana in play, plus 2 Planeswalkers, 2 creatures, and I have an empty hand except for this Factor Fiction and a couple of islands that I picked up last turn, and my opponent scoops. So this is why, like, the draw that my opponent had in the old 1v1 was perfectly legal, and in the new but my draw totally off limits, right? Because Mox Diamond not legal. So at one point, so funny how, like, again, showing that the old list heavily favored green, which was my claim at the time. Anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. It was impressive of Dovin. It was neat that it was giving me fuel for Breya here, and then this represents like 6 more pieces of fuel, or more than likely what would happen is if they send in with both, I block one. I just let the other one hit it, Factor Fiction, and get my cards, plus them up, smash in, and put it up to 9 at that point, and then from there, I think it's pretty straightforward. The neat thing about Factor Fiction here is that if I hit Strip Mine or Wasteland, my opponent cannot prevent me from getting it, thanks to Crucible Worlds. So awesome game. Good showing from Dovin there. And I've got this second game against Per You Old, I guess. And this is the other one that was highly amusing for me. So here I am playing against Azami. So mono blue, I expect it to be control, counter heavy, Wizards, card drawing engine, and I've got this extremely questionable keep, but I keep it just because I have Demonic Tutor and I have Ancient Tomb and I'm going first, so maybe I can try to figure something out. I know it goes first turn Springleaf Drum. I'm not fetching because I don't know what I want to get yet. And here, I think long and hard about what I should do, and finally decide that the play is Demonic Tutor for Mind Twist, because I want to try to clear my opponent's hand and then clear the board is basically the thought process here. I top deck Shackles, which is really nice. So I just go for an early hit on my opponent's hand because I can will back the twist for a small amount later. My opponent's ramping into Azami here, and I top deck Doretti. The other card I thought about getting, and I naturally drew the Vedokan Shackles as well. So 2 cards that are extremely good against Azami, and both of them rose to the top. Now notice this game, though, I have not played a single card that isn't black. And I have no blue mana whatsoever. Opponent gets an extra couple of cards and goes to 3 and passes. And for my turn, is this going to accelerate? What's going on with this replay? Come on, you can do it. Yes, so on the next turn, I play Shackles and attempt to steal their Azami. They have Snapback. Exile a blue card, bounce their own creature. They exile Stony Brook Banneret, leaving my opponent with just Azami and 1 unknown in hand. Doretti hasn't even been used yet, so I can Doretti and actually kill like the Laboratory Maniac right here, which is probably the play. Just kill that off. That way, if my opponent taps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana and plays Azami if they don't have a land, they don't immediately draw a card. And then, of course, I just Shackles it again. So, funny enough, I was going to Shackles their Azami and start digging my way out of this hole and then clear the board. I didn't even need to Deluge. So, beat the Azami deck, no blue mana whatsoever. I thought that was pretty funny and fun, and hopefully you appreciated. Just a couple quick games, but enjoyable. I gotta go. It's time for stories, apparently. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.